How's it going, everybody? It's Najam back again with another video. Today I'm going to review these lenses. This is the Fujian 35mm f1.7 prime lens for CCTV cameras or any kind of camera you can use with this, as long as you get an adapter so you can clip onto the mount. Now I got this for my Pentax Q7 because I wanted a prime lens, and even though this is my first prime lens, I'm pretty sure what prime lenses are for, and I honestly have to say, all in all, this is an amazing lens. It's a sort of a must-have, even though, you know, with every camera it does have some kind of a distortion or out of focus soft areas along the edges when you've got it fully open at 1.7, but that's not much of a deal because I said so. Even because this lens is actually small, so it's sort of expected to be like that. But if you do lower it to 2.8, it's perfectly fine. Everything is sharp, and you know the bokeh from this lens is amazing. Now we are going to get into some samples, but first I want to take a look around the lens and just share my opinion with you. So let's go ahead and switch the camera. Okay, first off, this is my first lens review, so just let me know of all the feedback and what you guys think, and it will help me out a lot. Okay, so this is the Fujian 35mm f1.7 C-mount lenses, and to get this to work with your Pentax Q series or any camera, you're going to need some kind of an adapter. And now this does not come with the lens. For this lens, this comes with it, and you just pop that on top instead. Well, I've got an adapter on so I can use it with the Q mount. Now I'm just going to take that off so you can see the lens alone. There we go. Okay, so C-mount lenses were sort of popular back in the days when in the cinema region, I think. Not the cinema region, but nowadays they're used on CCTV lenses, I mean cameras, because they are really small lenses. So as you guys can see, it's a really tiny lens, and it can fit perfectly in my hand and also in my pocket. If I zoom out, I think you guys can see it can fit perfectly in my hand, and I can just slot this in my pocket. And that's the beauty of the Pentax Q series. You can just slot any lens you can find into your pocket, and away you go. You can just carry them all just in your pocket. You don't need to carry a massive bag or something like that, you know. And it's really cool if you like that kind of stuff. So it does come with this lens cap, both sides, and just want a little bit of how to take off. There we go. So as you can see, you can look through the lens, and if I do have it fully open or whatnot, you guys can see it's really cool. Now it's fully manual. There's no electronic bits inside it, so you're not going to be able to do autofocus or stuff like that. You're going to have to do it manually. Now if you look at the lens over here, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, as you guys can see, around it says Fujian China TV lens 35mm f 1.7, and these are fully manual, like I said. And this is basically the this is basically the area where it's fully open or closed. On this side is sort of the main bit, so you know, you twist it around fully manual. There's nothing that is going to connect it through the actual camera through electronics or pins. As you guys can see, there is no pins, nothing at all, as opposed to some other lens that we've got on, or I have. But as you guys can see, they are numbered really nicely. So this is the focus ring, this is the f-stop, so minimum 1.7, as you guys can see right there. So if you move along, you guys can see it's actually got a little bit of a gap. It's got a decent gap, and it moves, it changes the focus really slowly. Now I find that the focus does not sort of work perfectly on my camera. It depends on the I'm guessing the adapter that you've got. And this is the f-stop, you guys can see goes all the way up to 16, 5.64, and you know, normal stuff. And we'll get to that in a bit. But all in all, I would say this is an amazing lens. I actually really like these lenses. As you can see, the focus ring is really smooth. It doesn't click, it's completely smooth, and the shape is a complete circle, which is also nice. So you know what, let's just show you guys how you sort of wait. So you're gonna basically need an adapter so to be able to use this lens with your camera. Now this adapter is the I sort of did a video on this. This is the as you guys can see, CPQ, and that means it's going to C mount to the Pentax Q mount from the C mount. So I think it's this way, and these lenses are really cool. I actually really like these, even though they're my first prime lens. You guys can see it's actually pretty sturdy on there. And I just go ahead and put this on, and you can just go ahead and slot this into the camera. Now this came with the standard zoom lens for the Pentax Q7, and I just put these on because it does fit on it, and it probably fits on any Q mount. So yeah, let's just go ahead and show you guys some samples. I wasn't able to take this outside because I didn't get a chance. So I have really been taking some photos around my house and stuff. So I'm just gonna talk over the photos, so you know what the heck is going on and all that kind of stuff. But all in all, I think these are the great lenses. If you got a Pentax Q series camera, this is a must-have. It's got really amazing creamy bokeh and shallow depth of field, and that's what this lens is so known for, I guess. So honestly, let's just get on with the samples over here. So we're gonna take a look at different kinds, and I'll also show you what it's like with the f-stop fully closed, the rings fully closed and also fully open, because there's actually a big difference. Okay, third time trying this now. Maybe you can see me, maybe you can do, I don't know, we're gonna find out. But this is what it looks like when you're trying to record yourself. The camera is more than 60 centimeters away from me, and I mean, this is not the closest you can focus, but it's just that I'll put it as far as I could, so try to get me in frame, and I'm probably still not in frame because it is really narrow and it has a shallow depth of field, so I'm probably not going to be in focus, but this is just a test. Taking selfies with this lens or this camera is not really a good idea. Okay, take a look at this shot right over here of a really nasty plant. As you can see, the blur on the back is really smooth. I know the colors aren't really nice and the plant is not really in good condition, but it was a good opportunity to show you how much of blur this thing puts at the background, and maybe even the plants on the front. I've also got a little bit of blur, but if I zoom in here, you can see in the center it's got some nice detail and it's really sharp. This is with the aperture ring fully open. As you can see at the edges, it does get a little soft and it goes out of a blur, but in the center it's actually quite good if you can get the focus right. In this case, I have not got the focus correctly, but as you can see, the tree is in a decent focus and is sharp enough. If you close the ring down a little bit, it gets noticeably sharper. In fact, look at this image. This is really sharp in the middle, as you can see on the roof, and at the edges the blur has gotten a little lower, but it's still there, you can notice it. I guess it doesn't really matter much. Okay, a little bit of a video test over here. This is with the ring fully closed, which is f16. ISO is at 100 and the shutter speed is at 1/30. And the thing I don't like about this when it's fully closed is that there is no bokeh. It doesn't focus in a way that it makes the background blur. As you guys can see, if I do focus on the plants, everything is going to be in focus, and if I do try to focus on something that's out of focus, everything else is going to be on out of focus. It's more like just a flat image if you're just trying to blur it or unblur it. But if you do turn the f-stop down to 1.7, open the ring up and increase the shutter speed, you can get a really good bokeh. Is sort of like the opposite. Here's an example in this video, and I'll shut up for now.